you know what you know.
Yeah, like it's real trouble.
We're laughing because it's true.
Because you know what you know because they show you it, they give you it, they tell you it. You know? My parents used to have 2 massive bookshelves that filled the whole living room wall, and we had a big living room. Books this big, and every time we had a question, well, what did we do? We walked to the bookshelf and grabbed one of those books out. And now you go on Google. They rule the world because it's in their power to make or break your business, pretty much. And you know what you know because of them. So that's how powerful they are. So the first thing you need to do to get ranked on Google is to get listed on the search engines. Okay, so in terms of SEO, when I talk about thinking big with a Y, it's Bing, Yahoo, and Google. They're the 3 biggest search engines. And if you haven't done it yet, you must list yourself. You must submit your website to these search engines.
Would you say Bing, Yahoo, and
Google.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got a WordPress platform, then there is actually a free plugin that automatically alerts all of those search engines every time you update your site.
What's that?
Oh, what's
But
that?
you still have
Plugin.
to verify it. You still have to create your Google listing, and you still have to verify it.
Yeah, but every time you update your site, it
Yes.
automatically
When you've done it,
alerts
when you've done that.
XML Google Sitemaps.
SML.
XML Google Sitemaps. That's a free plugin.
So that's the second step.
Yeah.
So you need an account on these, and then list your website on these. Submit them to these search engines.
What's Bing? Sorry.
It's
a Windows.
It's a Windows.
I'm a Google or Yahoo girl. Full stop.
Yeah, most people
I
are.
don't vary.
Most people are.
Annoying. Like on my new laptop. It's just
So that is one of the big problems that people have when they come to me and they've had a website for 6 months and they don't even show up under their own name. Then the developer hasn't even done that. And that's something where it takes an hour, you know, because you have to fill in a couple of forms, and by the time you've done it all, it takes an hour, and most people don't do it. It's the first thing you need to do.
Is there, sorry,
Submit it.
call me silly, but is there like a obvious place where I'm supposed to register? Like, does it say register here?
Yeah.
Just Google it?
How to register on Google? Is that it?
Google
Yeah,
Webmaster Tools or
It'll
get
give
your
you step by
developer to
step.
do it.
Okay,
Get somebody else to do it.
I'm going to.
It's easy when you know how. So.
The Google one's fairly simple to do.
Yeah, they are fair. Well, again, it's simple when you know how.
Yeah, I don't think nothing's
But
simple.
Where to look for it anyway.
You know, do you guys know how to look at your website code?
No.
No.
I was talking about last night.
Nice.
So when you go to your website and there's in the toolbar there's a view developer, and then you can view your web code. I'm not online here, but we can do some of these things later. So if you don't have your verification Google up in there in the top, then you're not listed and you need to do it. Okay, because some of you might be listed.
So what are we doing? Check for verification code?
Yeah. So, these are the world's top websites. Yeah? So we've got Google, I know you can't read it, doesn't matter, I'll read it to you. It's Google, Facebook, and YouTube. And YouTube belongs to
Google.
Google. So it's really Google, Facebook, Google. Yahoo is going the Google way as well. So it's kind of world domination, yeah? But when we talk about SEO, people always talk about Google, but you want to rank not just on Google, you also want to rank on Facebook. Is that a new concept? And you can
Yes.
actually rank on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's the other thing?
On YouTube. Very importantly, on YouTube. I can see a lot of confused faces.
Not confused. It's just more
Work.
work. Let's be
No,
honest.
that's not because you're already,
I'm already ranked.
No, because you're already active on these platforms. What you probably don't realise that what you're updating, it's giving you a Google ranking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
well, I
nothing
update it.
extra. It's that
Okay.
you might just need to think about what you interface, your Facebook status updates and stuff like that. So
okay.
A
you're
bit of
doing it.
both, actually. So it is that a good ranking on Facebook gives you a better ranking on the other search engines. But it's also that people use Facebook as a search engine, and particularly YouTube.
Huh.
Yeah, people look for a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, obviously, it's like
because people
Not
Making
up to date.
stuff and that, I'm always on there. Show me.
I've
I'm
gone to
visual.
YouTube.
And actually, this one
Visual
is
Explorer.
Mm. I love it.
So now when we're
So I need a
talking
video
about
Yes.
when we're talking about, we still want to rank on Google, yeah? So when we're talking about ranking on Google, we are now talking about having YouTube videos galore because YouTube belongs to Google. And Google loves video, so we need to make sure that we've not just got a lot of YouTube videos, but that we also get loads of views on YouTube, so that we rank on YouTube. Yeah, and for a lot of businesses, I'm saying this because for a lot of businesses, YouTube is the one thing that not many people do well. I don't know, do you spend a lot of time on YouTube? Is there a lot of really bad stuff on YouTube?
Oh, God, yes.
God, yeah.
Horrible stuff. Yeah.
But it gives you a good Google ranking instantly, and even if it's amateur, it adds a different dimension to your whole website. So people overlook that just so they can hear you and they can get to know you better.
Well, it's that
Yeah.
interaction, isn't it? It's not words, it's not
People
just a
connect
static
in different
picture.
ways, whether it's
They're
audio,
hearing
whether
Renee
it's
speak,
visual,
yeah.
whether it's written. So, you know.
Yeah, it's great, but the reason why I'm saying is there a lot of bad stuff is how easy is it to do better on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
You've
so
got your
much,
channel,
and I love YouTube. I really
It's a
love
good
it.
seminar, yeah.
but you've opened it.
Yeah. But a lot of the time I search something on YouTube and the right stuff doesn't come up, and some of the stuff is terrible, painful to watch, painful.
So, what would be ideas of what we're supposed to suddenly start chatting about on YouTube?
Well,
For our
You would
businesses.
be
You have a
showing
How
the
do you
difference.
put on the missing cover?
Yeah, and why yours is different.
What's your business?
Breastfeeding covers. Baby button.
Oh,
Jeez,
okay.
I'm real slow today, guys. Sorry.
But
What are you been up to?
my understanding was that you already have a good blog,
Yeah.
great blog.
Janelle, just little things
The
that,
questions.
So
testimonials from people, how to use the breastfeeding cover.
Okay.
So what you would do is, say for example, a written blog post, all you would do is film it. Yeah.
It is easy to
So,
create video.
3 different platforms, and so or you could just use your voice recorder on your laptop and just upload it as a podcast.
Your mobile phone can do that.
So so it's just adding different dimensions,
So you-
and
I was going to say blogs.
yeah,
A blog is a video, sorry, a
It's-
vlog is
yeah.
a video blog.
yeah,
So instead of writing, you're talking.
you do a vlog. So
Oh,
for
I
someone,
can someone
to
to
write
write
that or
so
do
for
that too?
someone who
Like
likes
someone
Suzette
saying a swear word or something.
yesterday, who's very visual and she'll watch videos, so for her a blog is too daunting, but she
Yeah.
would quite easily, talk, and so a podcast would be really good for Suzette, so it's just adding that different dimension.
Okay.
But you could also just 30-second to a minute
Yeah.
videos on your products.
Yeah.
How to use.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
one to
How do you
use.
see this?
Here's
How
another
do you-
one of the most-
Where's the hat?
And
So,
Zoe
you
together.
know what you could do?
And the puppet.
What? I love hands.
Things
It's easy
to
to
do
on
like
YouTube.
every
Best
Friday
video
or
of
something,
a
you
lady
go,
in
this
Tassie.
week's bestsellers.
Her kids
Ooh,
playing with the
yeah.
Halloween one.
Lots of
That
them.
would be something like, so that'd be really cool.
You don't have to be on it. If you're not comfortable on video, don't do it. Like, I look shit on photos.
You could
Um,
probably just
I
say
can
like,
watch myself on
"Look,
video
you
and
know,
think I look
the
okay for
amount
some
that
reason. I've always hated myself on photos.
the new ones, or
But if you're not
400
comfortable with it,
when you do it.
don't do it because it's
You
going to
know?
put people off rather than. So you can do videos without you actually featuring on them.
You know your iPhoto, if you pull them all together, you know how it just runs through. Can that be uploaded to Steam? On, have you got a that one? Or iPhoto on your iPad? What do you call it?
Who?
iPhoto? It's a program?
Run
No.
slideshows. You can make
I
slideshows.
don't. I honestly think my notebook is more of my friend than my iPad.
Oh.
Yeah, that's,
I'm
Yeah,
not
me
an
too.
app girl. I'm not.
oh,
Yeah.
Well, I was just if you've got it on there, if you get all your photos, you can put it in iPhoto, and it's got like a slideshow, puts funky music to it, and all that's you can put that on YouTube, but it's just
On the line of
photos.
Renee's idea of the bestsellers, get your photos and put them in a slide and talk over the top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have the funky music and don't say anything
Yeah.
with some little captions.
Yeah, like do a little PowerPoint.
Yeah.
To music.
Well, iPhoto just does it. You just put them all in and say this is your thing, and it does it all for you.
So there are easy ways to create content for YouTube.
employ more people.
I've also got to tell you something else
Yeah.
that you won't want to hear.
No.
So Google Plus is
Oh yeah, what
really
is that?
important. I'm sure that Wendy
another
is going to
platform,
talk
isn't it?
about that. Okay? But Google Plus is important because it's Google. So if you know a lot of people on Google Plus, it's going to be good for your ranking on Google. Yeah, there we go. So
Overwhelmed.
that's the big picture.
You've just started.
That's why I skipped yesterday.
Traffic is king. If you can get a lot of traffic to your website, you will win on Google anyway. Okay? So whatever you do, traffic is king. Now that means, and this is where I'll come up to that sheet in a moment, but what I need you to write under that sheet in big letters is, we write content for the people, not for the search engines.
Yeah.
Okay? So these are guidelines of how to do it, and a lot of these things that are on there don't show up anywhere on your front end. This is a lot of back end stuff. But the content you're writing for the people. If you write your content for the search engines, the people won't come. They won't come back. They won't want to read it. A lot of people out there write content for the search engines, and it's horrible, it's terrible, it doesn't read well. If you want people to come back and buy from you and you want to engage them and stuff, you write for the people. So all of that is important, but you only do it to the extent that it doesn't compromise your beautiful content.
Silly question, and this is just the way my head understands
No
words. So I could be
questions.
I could be telling them, if you are writing for the people, then wouldn't they be searching what you're writing in the search engines anyway? Does that, I'm not sure if I'm
You
making
may
sense.
just get like maybe like a couple of words that people say, for example, like one of my clients who has maternity ranges.
Yeah,
So people in Australia
yeah,
type in maternity bras,
yeah,
but people in the States
Yeah.
will Google nursing bras.
right, yeah,
So you
okay,
may just need to tweak
yeah,
words.
yeah, okay.
Could you do a
Yeah,
slash?
because it's my thought was if
Well,
because I'm very
exactly,
much on the level,
incorporate and alternate
my
both
readers.
throughout the post.
so I imagine they would be kind of typing what I'm sort of just trying to get my head around.
Yes. And
So yes, the way I
No.
speak is the things that they would be searching
Yeah.
for anyway. So
You just
my
wanna make
my
sure.
logic is then, but if they're searching what I'm
necessarily.
saying,
Yeah, you
and
think
that's
so,
not
but when you look, when you
technically.
actually look in your tools, you'd be surprised sometimes.
Oh yeah, I
Like, I can't for the world of me understand, but I've got a big company who has a big event company, and Jason Ackermanis is one of their
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I wouldn't brag about that.
Yeah. So it's interesting that as many people search for Jason Ackermanis as for Ackermanis Jason. I mean, would you type Ackermanis Jason? It
No,
would
I
occur to me.
type something else.
The exact
It's probably not best for me.
I'm typing dickhead.
just
Australian dickhead.
Pretty much a gold star.
So hang on, what
And
you're
at least
saying-
everyone
so
knows who you
South
are.
Australian
No, it's
dickhead.
just in terms of like what people, you don't know what people search for before you've actually looked what they search for.
Oh,
You'd
okay.
be surprised what
Yeah.
words they use and how they search.
You would also
for
be
things.
amazed when your website comes up with some of the things.
Yeah, like boozy fruitcake.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to like the keywords?
No, we'll talk about
Oh,
the
we-
keywords in a minute, okay?
Third. But Tony Roberts. Crazy.
I'm number one for boozy fruitcake.
To work. Love it.
And what do you do?
Massage.
Same
I wrote a blog post about how I was making a boozy fruitcake, and look at that.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it?
Someone said.
Would you want that? Can't you get rid of that?
I don't mind. No, seriously. No,
Any
no,
traffic-
no, no. It's not a bad
Oh,
thing.
okay.
It's not a bad thing.
Oh, okay, alright, okay.
Any traffic is good. If you
Yeah,
let-
yeah.
This is what, you know,
Outcomes.
traffic is king. It's king. Any hit, every hit counts, and traffic is the top thing on Google. So that's what I'm saying. You can talk about the algorithm, and you can write several books about that. Have we all heard of the algorithm? The algorithm is the mathematical equation that Google uses to determine where you rank. And it's made up, well, some people say about 200 different bits and pieces. I think it's closer